Hey Aquarius, hope you're doing fantastic. Let's get to it. And I pulled your card and it is the Fool, which is the beginning of the major arcana. And I love this for you because the Fool is transcending on a new journey. This is a new path. You don't necessarily know where you're going. You don't know everything you need to take, but it's taking a risk. It is also, um, you know, like stepping off a ledge into the unknown, but knowing that at some point you will fall upon good graces or directions that you need to go. So in essence, the Fool card is very much, get out there, try something new, go off the beaten path and see what's out there. But definitely take that leap of faith that you've been waiting to take for a while. So maybe not a bad message. Start taking some risks in Aquarius. Start making some big changes. This isn't just should I change my hair color? This is should I change my career? Should I go get back with the ex? Should I not get back with the ex? You get my point. The first card you have coming into the read is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is a very generous energy, but this is somebody who's very wise. They've learned their lesson along the road, not necessarily wanting to repeat the same pattern. The Queen of Pentacles is very attentive to those who are attentive to them. So in other words, you put yourself out there in a certain way, and that's what you're going to get back. And this is talking about people who treat you. Look, if somebody wants your attention and they want to get to know you and they care about you and they appreciate you, they treat you a certain way, right? And then you're more than happy to reciprocate that. You dote on them, and it's an even keel. If somebody treats you like crap, obviously you don't have time for that, and that goes out the window. But a lot of people stick around for that, or a lot of people allow that behavior to come in. And this is saying, look, you're just not, that's not something you're interested in. Now, this is also maternal, paternal energy. So this could represent you and your children. This could represent you and grandchildren. This could represent you, having children with possibly an ex, or even just wanting to have children. So again, Queen of Pentacles, very maternal, paternal energy, very loving energy. And this is talking about, improving your life and veering away from closed-minded people and selfish tendency type interactions. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month, and you have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is chaos, it's priorities, it's competition. So this almost says that there may be somebody from the past who's interested in kind of what you're up to, and then somebody from the future or present that's interested. Because again, the Five of Wands does come up with a competition type energy, but this is how you're feeling. So this may even just be you competing with your heart and your head. Do I want to get back together with the past, or do I want to move forward with somebody new? The Five of Wands, though, is also chaos, which says you're trying to avoid that. This Queen of Pentacles is kind of pushing that energy out, and the Five of Wands is you kind of coming off a feeling overwhelmed year. That's pretty much everybody, right? If you're, on this earth, you've experienced all sorts of craziness. But this is learning to listen and learning to listen to other people, trying to achieve your goals. And sometimes, individual needs need to be taken care of. Otherwise, it gets in the way of you achieving, what you want, achieving success. So stop pushing so hard against the grain. If all of a sudden you realize, like, the job I want or the person that I want to be with, we're just not seeing eye to eye, let it go for a little bit. Like, rest easy that you've grown wise to the point of, I'm not repeating a pattern or repeating a cycle, right? If changes are to come, they'll come when the time is right. The next card you have is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout your childhood. And you have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is very calm. Somebody who listens, somebody who pays attention. This is the universe saying, look, in the past, Aquarius, a lot of times it's been not paying attention, or not necessarily not paying attention, but excuse me, more just not going with your gut, or something's presented to you. It may be in this past relationship, maybe in all relationships, maybe in just watching your parents or people around you in relationships. The King of Cups is somebody who's stopping and taking notice and saying, okay, what feels good and what doesn't feel good. And Aquarius, this is you saying, okay, I'm learning a lesson, I'm taking a hint from things in the past that didn't work out, that things in the past, from things in the past, whether it was past lovers, past relationships, you know, a household that maybe was unhealthy, whatever it is. And now, as the Queen of Pentacles, that's where the wisdom comes in and saying, you know, I do unto others as they do unto me, basically. So if somebody pays attention to you, they want you back in their life, they want, you know, then there's going to be signs there, right? There's going to be progression, there's going to be action. Not giving into false pretenses, in other words. Okay, the next card you have is your immediate past, so the past few weeks, past month or two. You have the Two of Cups. Very interesting. Two of Cups is that karmic connection. It's love. You know, it's very, very much a soulmate type energy. This tells me that somebody from your past is possibly coming back or has been thinking about coming back. You can kind of sense that they're on the verge of coming back. Maybe you guys have indulged on and off. For some of you, this is, I don't know why they're telling me reckless. It's almost like there's still the issues that are not being addressed, and yet the love is there, and so there's a blind side to certain behaviors, or a blind side to certain things that still need to be taken care of or need to be figured out. Now, this could be a potential, you know, an ex, a karmic connection or twin flame connection, soulmate, whatever you want to call it. But there's a competition here with this Five of Wands that you're seeking new, not necessarily that you wouldn't get back together with this person, but you want the road less traveled. So you refuse to go back to whatever the grind was before. You're not searching to go round and round. This is either changes happen or they don't, but not you know, something's got to give. Something new needs to come in. Not necessarily a new person, but it could be a new person. Something, they just keep telling me change must happen for this to progress to something better. And you know that, which is why you're debating on, you know, do I cut and run? Do I take the road less traveled? Or, you know, this person coming in, this karmic connection, do I fall back into that pattern, or can we have the best of both worlds? Okay. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have the Sun card, which is solution. So this definitely says, Aquarius, somewhere along the line, there is a possibility that you and this person could reconnect. The Sun card is clarity, it's focus, it's being able to, again, find the solutions, the answers to the problems. How can we get from point A to point B without going all the way back to, you know, negative 242, if that makes sense. Literally, the Sun card talks about seeing things for what they are and truly understanding. And for some of you, this could be somebody new that you met that you feel a soulmate connection with, and you're moving on. But for a lot of you, this is somebody returning and possibly having the ability to reconnect on as deep of a level as before, if not deeper. And for some of you, it's because you choose to take this like different approach, or you choose to, for some of you, maybe just saying yes or showing up, or this person showing up and you saying yes is all it takes. It feels like for some of you, there's been this battle of, I'm not going to, nope, never again. And now it's just kind of like, you know what, we'll do this again, but we're going to do it differently this time. The next card you have the Chariot card, which is Cancer's card. So you could be dealing with a Cancer or have Cancer placements in your chart, but the Chariot card is very significant because this is self-identification. But the biggest thing about the Chariot card is this is moving forward. Okay, now this is moving forward either with somebody in the chariot with you or without. It's almost as if, Aquarius, you're teetering on either side, because the Chariot talks about, I can drive the chariot all by myself, or I can drive it with somebody else, and I would love to do that, but I'm not going to drive it with somebody that we go round and round in circles. I want to go on a path leading down that road, and it could be the road less traveled. For some of you, there's a very strong energy of almost excitement, like this is different this time. I can't explain it. Like there's something different about this time, and that may sound cheesy or cliche or, you know, piss people off or whatever, but I'm not here to sugarcoat things. There's a possibility you guys could really make this happen if you address the elephant in the room and knock off the there's still bumps in the road that need to be addressed. The Chariot card is a chariot pulling into the village for a celebration upon a victory. Okay. The next card you have is anything tangible that's going to happen throughout the month. And you have the Hierophant card, which is basically saying, the universe takes the wheel. This is about self-improvement. This is about learning new things. The Hierophant is also Taurus's card, so you could be dealing with the Taurus or Taurus placements in your chart. But the Hierophant just is like self-discovery and understanding, what role did I play? What role did they play? And instead of pointing the fingers, you did this, and you're awful, and I hate you, and you hate me, da 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 da. This is saying, you know what? Both of you, quiet down, zip it up, and work on the progression. Work on the solutions. And some of you are going to say, oh, he or she cheated, or da 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 da. Okay. Then if you're dwelling on that, and you want to move on from that, then move on from that. If you truly love this person, and you think that you can reconcile, regardless of what happened, some people, it's funny if I talk about cheating, people are like, you should never condone cheating. I don't condone cheating. Who condones cheating? But that doesn't mean that I haven't met people or dealt with people who have been there, condoned it, or not condoned it, but who've been there and gotten through it, or whatever aspect. And it doesn't even have to be cheating. It could be fighting, or, we grew tired of each other, or it felt like more friends, or the passion. You get it. It doesn't have to be just one thing. But whatever it is, needs nurturing time and attention to get through it. You can't just put a band-aid on it. This one needs to be sewn up. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. And you have the Six of Swords. Now, Six of Swords is abandonment, retreat, mayday, mayday. It can also mean travel. So this could mean that some of you are traveling. Travel safe, Godspeed. But the Six of Swords talks about abandonment, leaving. Now, this is how you're feeling throughout the month. It's almost as if this person comes in and it sounds like it's too good to be true. Or maybe they're reciprocating energy that they haven't reciprocated in years. Or, again, as I talked about with the Queen of Pentacles, that this is somebody who's like, I don't deal with this behavior, or I don't, care for this behavior, or, the way you've treated me in the past is pretty crappy, and I'm not going down that road. So it's almost like this person is showing up with something different, like the King of Cups, like you're listening and you're paying attention, you're starting to see something differently, but in your gut you're going, oh, I don't know, I should cut and run, because this could be a load of BS, or they could be just pulling my heartstrings or telling me a bunch of lies. But for some reason, Aquarius, this doesn't, and you guys know I won't BS you in that, this doesn't feel like a prank or somebody's pulling a fast one, okay? The next card you have is the Eight of Pentacles. This is your hopes and fears. Well, basically, this is saying that you hope that something will work out, if possible, but you hope it works out in the way that it should. In essence, for some of you, you know that this is an energy that is never going to work, and the best thing you can do is cut and run. But for a lot of you, if you guys do put the work into it, there could be something here. So it's almost like you're revving up to give it one last go. Like this is the last. If we can't do it after this, we're just not going to be able to do it. And I accept that. But maybe I could. The Eight of Pentacles is just very hardworking. And I'm not saying you haven't, or that they haven't. But this is like, maybe the signs are aligned. Maybe things are coming together with the Hierophant. Because while you're doing the self-love and self-improvement and self-learning, the universe is working behind the scenes. The next card you have is your outcome for the month. And you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is abundance, okay? Now, the Nine of Pentacles is abundance. It can also feel trapped, though, in not being true to oneself, right? So some people find, that money and a good job and this, that, and the other is what's most important. Some people value family is the most important. Some people, their value is their spirituality, whatever it is, to each his own. And so the Nine of Pentacles is saying, look, there's some abundance here for you. There's big time abundance. Aquarius, you have all of the things you need to lighten your load, okay, and truly enjoy living, and truly enjoy feeling connected to people and not constricted, okay? So this is talking about, you can keep, for some of you, it's not going to be jumping into something. It's going to be almost about keeping your freedom. I know that sounds weird, but it will. It's going to be about keeping your freedom and allowing yourself to take your time, not jumping right back into anything sustaining what you want and where you're going in life, but entertaining the possibility of you and this person potentially, you know, getting back together. You and this person potentially, um, you know, seeing eye to eye and and uh, it's basically like there could be a roadmap up ahead, okay, for you guys to have this new beginning. But the Nine of Pentacles is saying, you know, pay attention to, don't feel trapped. If you start feeling a trapped energy, or you start feeling like this can't happen, then back off a little bit. I don't get the sense that this person is coming in and like, Aquarius, I need an answer now. This person's here to stay for the most part. They're not going to wait around for years and years and years to see what the decision is, but there's something different. There's something in the air that's a little different here coming in January for you guys with this person from the past. And then you have the Judgment card, which is discretion. It's all the information you need has been given to you, okay? So you need to forgive yourself, you need to forgive others for the past, you know, accept your responsibility, accept their responsibility, accept the situation, and then say, okay, after that, what is, after all the past behaviors are forgiven or whatever, how do we move forward in the future? How can we, it's interesting because this card talks about freedom as well, and inner peace and personal growth going along with the Hierophant. And the Judgment card talks about that peace I was talking about. Like if you need to, you know, have contact with this person, but not yet like move directly and swiftly into their arms, you know, peace be with you, basically. And I think I said that before too, something along those lines, because yeah, because the King of Pentacles is you want it all. The King of Pentacles is somebody who's very stable, somebody who is very forthright, somebody who knows what they want and where they're going, and this is reaching for, you know, your higher self. And so don't lose yourself along this newfound journey. Don't lose yourself in finding this Fool, this new path, but that doesn't mean that you need to lose them either. That doesn't mean that you need to cut this off either. Now you have the Ace of Pentacles here going for your Sun card right here. The Ace of Pentacles is new beginning. This is prosperity. This is, you know, faith. And I love the Ace of Pentacles because this can be a brand new beginning in lots of things, jobs, relationships, etc. But it can be a new start or new beginning with somebody from the past, with this twin flame, with this karmic connection. And the Ace of Pentacles talks about that being plentiful and that having major potential. Now, what's interesting is you have the Magician here, okay, which comes right after the Fool. So you move from, okay, you know, I said I'd never go down this fucking path with this person again, and guess what? I am. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if you don't like it. Like, this is none of your business. This is something I have to do. And if I get burned, I get burned. But it'll be easier this time, because every time I get burned, it gets easier and easier. And the Magician is saying now after taking the leap of faith, you now have the tools to move in the direction you want. The Magician is about manifesting what you want. The Magician is about getting what you want. The Magician is about seeing and believing, and again, if we want a healthy, happy relationship and we want to see the solutions of this Sun card, we can. If this person is my soulmate or my karmic connection or my twin flame, whatever it is to you, the Magician says the possibilities are there. And then I leave you with peace, the gorilla, which is extremely important. How many times did I talk about inner peace or talk about, you know, self-improvement? That's what the gorilla stands for, like, so well. This talks about, you know, seeking or negotiating peace, okay? This is a position of strength, not weakness. So choose peace rather than war. And this is what I talked about as far as like not the pointing the fingers. You did this to me and you did. If you want peace, if you want reconciliation, if you want to make this happen, put down the swords and, you know, have your peace and your calm, and do unto others as you want done unto you, and pay attention. And if this feels good and this is what you want and you can see the solutions, then go for it. You have some beautiful, beautiful cards and you have some good things coming for you. It's just whether you can hold that anxiety in, that, you know, that cut and run, that, you know, that fight or flight mentality. And you know what? For some of you, if that's the mentality you have, is that fight or flight and this is not going to work, then don't do it. Then don't do it. You don't have to do anything. But there's something different. They're different this time, Aquarius. They're different this time. I can't explain it. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.